Hello and welcome to CS230. This is a correction or an update to my live stream lecture from yesterday. It was week 3, it was lecture 5, and it was on client-side JavaScript. So during the live stream, I was asked a question about showing how to update an element in HTML using JavaScript. So the slide that I was on was 15 or 16 yesterday. Yeah, this is the slide I was on. And so I decided just to copy the code from here and paste it into JS and make it just to give a demo. Now I got to the demo eventually, but there was an error with this one and it was bugging me afterwards. And I didn't have time during the live stream to actually figure out the error because we had a lot to cover. But as I said, it was annoying me last night, so I just decided I'd have a look and see if I could correct it and see why it was a problem. So the basic idea was that I wanted to be able to update an element with an ID demo with the contents of this objects function. So we created this JavaScript object called car, had some properties, type, model, color, and white. The color is white, the model is 500, type is Fiat. And then I also had an example where I was able to add a method to it as well. Now the first error was these quotes were here in the middle of this. So they were the wrong kind of quote and that we need for coding. So I just took everything, copied all this information, and so I copied all of this. I went to JS and I pasted the JavaScript in here to JS so that seemed fine. There was an error somebody pointed out here on this line here, and so we corrected this. Now in order to make it work, now you'll notice there's also some errors here as well, and I didn't get around to those. But in order to make this work, we have to create this HTML element with an ID demo. So we do that up here. So I'll make this div ID equals demo. Okay, and I've created this here. Okay, now there's nothing in this div currently, and so I ran the program by clicking run, and nothing here, but there was an error. Okay, so the problem, I guess, is to do with this. And the problem, of course, is because I have an incorrect definition here. We could look at the error. See the error here, expected a colon. So really what happens here is that when I look at this, let's go back to the slide, and I'll do it on the slide because it's important it's corrected in the slide. So this is an incorrect definition for a function or a method within an object and declaration in JavaScript. So really what I need to be able to do is I need to make it look like this. So now it tells us that we have a property or a member, if you like, of this object called get, and it's a function. And I'll just correct that as well. And so everything should work fine. So I can call or reference that member with car.get here. So let's fix this piece. Go back to our JS and we don't see any errors here. We can run this. I hope we can run this. Here we go. There's a small error there. Okay, yeah, so tiny the font. Okay, so I can run this and we should get the expected answer here. If we change this to a paragraph, you'll see that I have a paragraph element here, and its ID is also demo, and I can search for demo and run this. I'm still getting this as well. Okay, slight difference in the display because paragraphs will have a different display. I could have changed this to be span. Make this span. So all of these are container elements. You know, some are breaking containers, some are block containers, some are inline containers, and I can run this. And I get this again. Okay, so it works fine. So that was the error, that was the correction. And I've updated this in the slides. And that's the correction. Thank you very much for watching.